I'm fine is the softest lie we tell when we're not fine. I'm fine is the softest lie we tell when we're not fine. I'm fine is the softest lie we tell when we're not fine.
New semester, brighter filters, same old panic in our minds.
We say happy in the caption, bite our tongues to hide the cry.
If pretending was a subject, we'd all pass it every time.
I'm fine is the softest lie we tell when we're not fine.
I'm fine is the softest lie
We tell when we're not fine.
At the gate the banner shimmer, welcome to your happiest years. Photo booths and smiling seniors, free t-shirts and plastic cheers. Juna drags a heavy suitcase, phone pressed tight against his ear, says don't worry about the tuition, Mom, I'll handle it this year. He hangs up and lets his shoulders fall an inch he never shows. Checks his banking app in secret, sees the minus signs all grow. Across campus, Jamin enters with one backpack, nothing more. Faculty call him star freshman, flash their cameras, praise his scores.
He stands stiff in every picture, smells like practicing a mask. He's been told since he was little, you're our future, don't relax.
Tyron pins her name tag straightened, orientation guide in blue. Hugs each nervous brand new student, says
It's okay to feel confused.
Inside she makes a little checklist in her head for one more year.
Step 1, be the sun for others.
Step 2,
hide your own old fears.
dorm assignments glitch and shuffle, beds get swapped and keys get crossed. Juna ends up in a bedroom where one mattress has no balls. Temporary just for 2 nights, says the staff with rushed regret. That's how he and Jamin wind up as 2 strangers sharing breath.
One side cluttered, loud and messy, instant noodles, part-time caps. One side neat is exam paper, labeled folders, color tabs. They exchange the cold politeness of 2 planets out of place.
Juna jokes,
Guess we're a sitcom.
Jamin barely lifts his face. Later in the hallway, chaos hiring comes to mediate. Says I'm from the psych department, I'm just here to help you stay. Juna half teasing, so you're good at reading minds. Take a look at me a second, can you tell I'm close to losing mine?
She just smiles and says, you're normal, everyone here shakes inside.
He tosses back, then write this down.
Number 1 at staying fine.
When the sun sets, fairy lights string over benches on the quad.
Hashtag new life, hashtag blue spring.
Every feed is sugar-coated. All the posters say you'll blossom, all the emails call this home. But the echo in the stairwell still sounds like you're here alone. 3 phones light up in 3 corners of the same so-called happy school. 3 young faces hit record now,
Ready to perform, doing good. I'm fine is the softest lie we tell when we're not fine.
selfie angles hide the dark circles under
Frantic, sleepless eyes.
We write new life in our stories, crop the empty out of frame. We're all freshmen at pretending we've outgrown our secret pain.
I'm fine is the softest lie we tell when we're not fine.
I'm fine is the softest lie.
We tell when we're not fine.
Yeah. Juna posted dorm room snapshot, string lights, instant ramen steam. Caption reads first night at campus, hearts and comments underneath. Then he locks the door behind him, opens up his banking app, sees the red line near the bottom, laughs a laugh that feels like crack.
He repeats into the silence, I'll fix everything you'll see. But his eyes blur at the numbers that don't care what big bro dreams.
Across town in his neat bedroom, Jaden's phone won't stop its buzz.
Parents send old competition photos, trophies lined in golden dust.
One new message, you'll take first place, like you always did before.
We believe in you, you know that don't make all these efforts for naught.
He stares long at those 2 sentences, every word a loaded gun.
Whispers, what if I'm not perfect, do I still deserve a son?
Having lies and hers while hormones rolling through her history.
Finds a chat with one old contact.
Gray and silent, years-long freeze. Back in middle school they typed her, I don't think I'll last this year. She replied with some emojis, then got busy, disappeared.
Now she highlights that last message.
If you stayed, would I have stayed?
She can't answer,
But the guilt, it's like a stone
she never laid. Somewhere between group chat laughter and the campus welcome show, each of them rehearses softly the one line they think they know.
On three.
You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath. You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath. You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath.
One wrong letter in a slideshow doesn't mean you're worthless yet.
You've been graded since you're little, like your life's a final test.
But your heart is not a scorecard. It can shake and still be blessed.
You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath. You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath.
Every grade in every subject has your name stuck at the top. Every chart the teachers print out draws your line above the flock. The professor calls you genius in a crowded, bright lit room, says without grad school it's wasted, and the class just sighs so cool. But your lungs start shrinking inward as the praise falls on your skin. All that clapping sounds like thunder, all that pressure drills within. You've been trained to take a compliment like another heavyweight. Every year so smart is warning, don't you dare fall out of place. In the dorm at 3 in the morning, all the lights on your side burn. You're not studying new content, you're just rewriting what you learned. Page by page and line by line, every note must look like gold. You're recoding all your memos just to feel some small control.
On his bunk, Juno watches as you type till skies turn pale. Sees the dark rings under eyelids, hears you whisper, can't be late. Why are you up, he asks softly, we've got nothing due today. You say, if I don't keep perfect, they will take this life away.
Then the group report they have in slides projected on the wall. You've checked every line 100 times, convinced you caught it all. He hands you the remote and smiles, class is quiet, lights are dim. You'll click through the introduction, feel that old surge of cold within. One small word is missing letters, one small typo slips the net. The professor stops you mid-speech, raises eyebrows, half a threat. You're the smart and still make errors, slips like poison from his lips. Laughter's muted but you hear it, every inhale feels like drip.
You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath.
That one slide with one wrong spelling
is not proof you failed this test.
You freeze up like it's the ending of the world inside your chest. But a friend steps in and keeps you from collapsing where you stand.
You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath. You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath.
After class the air feels heavier than the books inside your hands. Words replay like broken records, how could you make that mistake? On the rooftop, city glowing, you stand staring at the rail. Juna leans beside you joking, dude, it's not the planet's end.
You just missed a single letter, not the switch that stops the sun. You don't owe them flawless breathing just to earn your right to run. You look down and say in quiet, since I learned to write my name, every stumble has been punished like I've lit the house in flames.
You don't get it, you continue. In my world, mistake means less. I was raised on no mistakes, like holy scripture I digest. So when letters follow great slip, it's not numbers that I fear. It's the voice that says you're broken, you should not be standing here.
He listens without laughing, wants the silence hold your truth. And he says if even breakdowns have to look neat, that's abuse.
If you're panicking about how you panic, that's a trap. You deserve a place where shaking doesn't make you less intact. You're allowed to slide one moment, one whole semester off the mark. You're allowed to be a person, not a product in the dark. His words land like gentle thunder, not a lecture, just a hand pulling you back from the eye. Yeah, you must earn the right to stand.
You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath.
You can miss a line, fall silent,
and still not deserve your death.
All those years of no mistakes now carved a cage around your chest. But tonight upon this rooftop you can fail and still be blessed.
If the ones who seem the strongest start to tremble, call their names, ask them softly, Are you okay? And then stay through all their shame. You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath. You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath. You don't have to be perfect to deserve another breath. You're allowed to be the strong one and still fall apart. You can hold the hurt of others and still say my chest is dark.
You keep giving out permission,
You can cry, it's not a crime.
but you never give yourself that. Like you're not allowed to try.
You're allowed to be the strong one and still fall apart. You're allowed to be the strong one and still fall apart.
In your major, you're the number everyone keeps on their phone. Breakups, breakdowns, failed exams, they all text.
Can we talk?
You say lines like learn mantras, you can let yourself be sad. You don't have to get much better, you just need some gentle time. You walk people to the office where the counselors always sit outside while they go in there, hold their bags and hold their weight. You're the shoulder, you're the blanket, you're the she's so much your friend, to the point where every comment starts with you're so strong again.
Never using help yourself, but your feet have never crossed that hallway's threshold just for you. You keep saying I'm too steady, I don't need that kind of room. Inside jokes you make about it, others need that seat more right. I can handle all my stuff, I'm the one who's always fine.
Underneath that easy laughter, there's a knot you never touched. Middle school and one late message that still haunts you far too much. Someone wrote, I'm really tired, I don't think I'll last this term. You reply, you'll be okay, then disappeared into your world. Later came the news and whispers, phones put face down in the class. You still wonder if your silence was the straw that snapped their back.
One day in a crowded classroom, a first year starts to share. Talks about a middle school friend who just vanished from their chair. Every word hits like an echo, like it's bouncing off your ribs. Suddenly the counseling doorway doesn't feel so far from this.
You walk down that quiet hallway, read the sign outside the room. Student counseling, please come in, and your heartbeat starts to bloom. You pace circles by the entrance, check your phone and check again. Half an hour of just breathing, almost turning, almost in. Then you pivot on your heel and walk away before you knock. In that moment by the staircase, you'll meet eyes with Joan. Ha! Shocked.
You're allowed to be the strong one and still fall apart. Even heroes need a corner where they're not the steady part.
You can tell 100 people, please go get the help you need, but that doesn't mean you're selfish if you take one step for you.
You're allowed to be the strong one and still fall apart.
Yeah. Later by the small convenience store, neon buzzing, sky turned black. He hands you a warm can of coffee, leans against the metal rack, says,
aren't you the one who always tells us go and talk it out?
Why'd you stand outside that doorway more than 30 minutes long?
You half laugh and half choke on it, eyes still stinging from before.
Say I'm scared if I walk in there,
I can't be the stable anymore.
if I sit in that small office and admit I'm not okay, will they still come drop their storms here, or will they all walk away? He looks at you with the softness you don't give yourself at all, says who decided being harbor means you can't be wrecked at all? Who wrote rules that say the lighthouse never shakes in any storm? Even harbors need a rescue, even docks can crack and mourn.
You stare down at the asphalt, at the puddles catching light.
Whisper, maybe I'm not strong,
I'm just good at playing right.
yeah. Maybe I've been so afraid of being one more broken thing that I built a roll called steady and got trapped inside its ring.
He replies, being someone's shelter doesn't mean you're made of stone.
Sometimes harbors flood with water,
And they need a boat of their own.
if the strong ones never never crumble. Where do all their tears go? Then into jokes and late night scrolling, into walking past that door again.
You're allowed to be the strong one and still fall apart. You're allowed to knock on doors you used to guard for other hearts.
You can sit inside that office, say I'm not okay, and stay. You don't lose your right to anger just by crying for a day.
Looking at the counseling sign, eyes no wet but lies alone.
You breathe in and finally whisper,
I'm not fine, and that's allowed. You're allowed to be the strong one and still fall apart. Home is where you're allowed to fall apart and still be asked to stay. Home is where you're allowed to fall apart and still be asked to stay.
not the place that keeps a record, not the house that counts your grades.
It's a plastic chair in classrooms, midnight ramen, cheap cupcakes.
It's the ones who see you shaking and don't tell you, go away.
Home is where you're allowed to fall apart and still be asked to stay. Home is where you're allowed to fall apart and still be asked to stay.
And the dormer rule develops that the school never wrote down. When your chest feels like it's sinking, you just text one simple noun.
Ramen?
In the group chat window, and the typing dots appear. Within minutes, doors are opening, slippers dragging, friends draw near. Someone brings cheap instant noodles, someone else the stolen eggs. Someone laughs about exams, someone hides red eyes instead. They're not siblings, they're not spouses, no one shares the same last name. But in bowls of late night broth, something close to home gets made.
On the weekend, no one wants to go home.
Then a weekend comes on calendar labeled family visiting day.
Campus empties, trains run crowded, every road a leaving way.
But some lights stay on in windows. Joan has Jamin's, Haren's room.
They each have a different reason, but the reason feels the same.
June has parents fight on speaker over money, over blame. He pretends the call dropped early, says I'll come when things are straight.
Jamin dreads the living room where the questions never end.
What's your rank in this semester?
What's your 5-year detailed plan?
Haren sees her childhood bedroom in her mind like frozen time. Pictures of a missing friend are make it hard to cross that line. So they stay and roam the campus like three ghosts who missed the train.
Joking, guess we're the ones whose home is still something we'll create.
The fake family day plan.
Haren says, what if we make up our own kind of family day?
Borrow one empty classroom, bring some chicken, cheat the egg.
They sneak in with plastic table, mismatched chairs and crooked rows. Tape a banner made of scrap notes.
Welcome home in marker strokes. There's convenient store-bought cake with lopsided melting cream. Paper cups of soda fizzing like small fireworks for three. They sit down in that fluorescent too-bright dining room at night and decide that every person must say one thing his parent might.
Home is where you're allowed to fall apart and still be asked to stay.
Not just houses full of duty,
where you hide the mess away.
Sometimes family is a weekend where nobody wants to leave, so you build a fake.
Come home,
sign out of tape,
and scrap and meet. Home is where you're allowed to fall apart and still be asked to stay.
Home is where you're allowed to fall apart
and still be asked to stay.
If I were my own parent, one by one they'd take the plastic fork and speak into the air.
If I were my own parent,
what's There's one thing I tell me here.
Harren starts with practice brightness, but her voice grows soft and real.
Harren, you don't have to fix them,
just to earn your right to feel.
Jamin stares down at the tabletop as if it held his grace.
Says Jamin, even if you're second, you're not suddenly always.
You're allowed to fail an exam without failing as a son.
You can breathe without a number written over what you've done.
Then it's Jonah's turn, the joker, always clowning, always light. For a moment he laughs it off, then something in his chest ignites.
He looks down and says in third person voice, now shaking, eyes gone red.
Jonah, you've been carrying grown-up weight since you were 10. No one showed you how to adult, they just handed you the bills. You've been playing big strong brother while your own heart stood still.
His words crack before he finishes, fork drops hard onto the plate.
He hides face behind his fingers,
but the tears come anyway. No one claps or makes a joke now.
No one says be strong again.
They just scoot their plastic chairs close.
Let the silence wrap his pain.
Harren puts her hand on table where his trembling knuckles rest.
Says if I were your mom right now,
I'd say you've done more than your best.
Jamin, awkward but the motion still manages one clear line. I'm glad you didn't go home, I'm glad we're here seeing you crying.
There's no lecture, there's no judgment, just 3 kids and borrowed light.
And the feeling that this classroom is a better home tonight.
Home is where you're allowed. Home is where you're allowed. It's not weakness to say I need help, it's just another way to stay. You've been breaking in the silence, thinking asking makes you ashamed. In a mock-up job interview, lights too bright and air too thin. Jamin sits with perfect posture, hands rehearsed and tucked within. They ask questions about pressure, where do you see yourself in 10? He starts giving polished answers till his lungs forget to bend.
Heart beats thunder in his eardrums. Room slows down like underwater. Every word the teacher's saying turns to buzzing, turns to slaughter. He can't pull enough air inward, fingers numb around the file. Someone quickly calls a timeout, walks him out with practice smile. Later in the office corner, teacher hands him one small card. Says the counseling room is open, you don't have to play that hard. On the way back to his dorm room, Jamin crumples up that note, drops it straight into the trash can like it's proof he's losing hope. He's been taught that asking favors is a kind of private crime. Help is for the ones who fail, not for number 1 in line. Harren walks through rows of desks now, picking up the scattered trash. Sees the crumpled little visit card with counseling's printed stamp. She unfolds it, gently smooths it, sees his name in tiny ink. Then she places it back on his desk, draws a smiley on the brink.
No big speech and no big lecture, just a doodle, just a sign. Like she's saying, needing someone doesn't mean you've lost your spine. When he sees it in the morning, pride and fear both start to flare. He's annoyed that she has noticed, but relieved that someone cares.
Across town the air is colder, on a scooter in the rain. Jonah's balancing 3 orders, late and tired, knee in pain. He's been doing double shifts now, sleeping less than half the night. Rent and bills and campus living all piled up behind his eyes.
He takes one too sharp, slick corner, wheel skids out from underfoot. He goes sprawling on the asphalt, foam flies, soup spills, thunder truth. Ankle twisted, palms all bleeding, but he scrambles for the food. Calls the manager, says I'm fine, I can still make all these moves.
On the phone, a voice impatient snaps. If you can't, then don't do it. 14 years of stop that crying echo with that simple hit.
It's not weakness to say I need help. It's just another way to stay. Not a sin to say I'm hurting. Not a crime to stop and shake.
Every don't cry, just be stronger. Built a cage around your chest. Now the key might be admitting I can fake it at my best.
It's not weakness to say I need help. It's just another way to stay. It's not weakness to say I need help. It's just another way to stay.
In the morning, Jonah limps up to a building made of glass. Sign says student support and labor. On the door he stares at last. He's here not to ask for mercy, just to say this isn't fair. They can't cut my pay in hours, like my body isn't there.
At the side door of the same block, Shaman hesitates in shade. Counseling room black gleams softly. He remembers that small face. The smiley drawing on the card feels like someone open space. He's still scared that if he enters, he'll lose perfect from his name.
They both step into the lobby from two different sliding doors. Don't expect to see each other, nearly trip on the same floor.
They shuffle into the elevator. Awkward silence mirrors bright. Both pretend to check their phones like they just happened to arrive.
Button 3 for counseling office, 5 for student workers desk. They look up and catch each other, both surprised, both half impressed.
Jonah chuckles late attention, half a clueless, half a cream.
Says you too or fall.
It's not weakness to say I need help. It's just another way to stay. It's not weakness to say I need help. It's just another way to stay. Saying I need help is another way to stay.
Saying I need help is another way to stay.
Saying I need help is another way to stay.
Not a failure, not a weakness, just a different kind of brave.
You've been breaking in the silence, thinking asking is a shame.
But the strongest word tonight is I can't do this all the same.
Saying I need help is another way to stay. Saying I need help is another way to stay.
In the mock interview, bright lights and perfect answers in his head. Jamin sits with flawless posture, giving lines they want instead.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? How do you handle stress?
He starts speaking like a textbook while his lungs say,
We have less.
Room turns distant, voices muffled, heartbeat pounding in his ears. Hands go cold around the folder, every breath stuck in his ribs. Teacher pauses, sees him shaking, leads him gently out the door. Later hands a little card, if it's heavy, talk some more. He walks back into his dorm room, eyes still fixed on that small card.
Whispers hope is for the broken. I'm the one who can't fall apart.
He drops it straight into the trash can like a secret he won't keep.
Better drown inside his homework than admit he's got weak knees.
Harren passes by the bin, picks up papers, bits of plans, sees the crumpled counseling card with Jamin's name in small print there.
She unfolds the stiff white corners, smooths the wrinkles with her thumb.
Takes a pen and draws a smiley, simple circle.
Simple sun.
Leaves it
sitting on his desktop, nothing written, nothing said, just a quiet, gentle message. You're
allowed to go instead.
In the morning, Jamin sees it, pride and fear both start to flare. He's annoyed that she has noticed,
strangely thankful someone cares. Across town, rain on scooter, metal night shift dripping down his face. Jonah rides with heavy orders, overtime on minimum pay. Phone keeps buzzing with new tickets, he keeps saying yeah I'll go. Body sore from every corner, but his answer's always sure.
Then one slick, too tight turn betrays him, tire slips beneath his weight. He flies out across the asphalt, plastic bags and
soup all shake.
Ankle twists, his palms are bleeding, but he scrambles for the food, calls the manager.
I can make it lies.
My leg is pretty good.
On the line the buster snaps back.
If you can't, then don't show up.
And that sentence rips the curtain.
Where old echoes all wake up.
Every if you can't stop crying,
Every
if you're weak then hush, comes back like a chorus telling him his pain should not exist. Saying I need help is another way to stay.
You don't have to keep on running on a half-broken leg today.
You were told that strength means silence, biting down on every ache.
But the bravest move you made yet is to say,
this isn't safe. Saying I need help is another way to stay. Oh, saying I need help is another way to stay.
Next day in a glass wall building, different signs above each door. One says student counseling office,
One says work support.
Jamin stands outside the first one with that smiley card in hand.
Stomach tight, his finger hovers just above the metal latch.
Juna limps into the lobby, paperwork in plastic sleeve.
He's rehearsed, my pay was missing.
My hours don't match the week.
He's not used to saying unfair.
Only don't worry, I'll adjust.
But today his ankle throbbing pushes him to say enough.
They both step into the foyer from two separate sets of stairs.
Blinking awkward recognition when their eyes meet through the glare.
They share one small metal elevator.
Mary's catching both their frowns.
Jamin taps 3 for counseling.
Juna hits 5, 3 floors down.
For a moment they stay quiet,
Checking phones like strangers do.
then a crooked smile from Junha breaks the tension.
In the room,
So even perfect upper class comes here to ask for help, I guess.
and the indestructible high young limps in defile a worker's mess.
Jamin rolls his eyes but chuckles, something softer in his tone.
Says I thought you carried everything, didn't know you felt alone.
As the doors begin to close now,
Junha's voice turns rough but bright.
let's just say that for today,
We both admit we're not alright.
just this once ring off the strong ones.
Just this once,
We say out loud,
we're the kind that also need someone before we crash to the ground. Saying I need help is another way to stay.
not surrender, not disaster.
Just a hand reach through the haze.
We were raised,
We didn't get braver, we just couldn't leave each other behind.
we didn't get braver, we just couldn't leave each other behind.
We didn't get braver, we just couldn't leave each other behind.
Not some miracle of courage, just a message that arrived.
On the days we almost vanished, something small pulled back our minds.
Like a ramen text at midnight or a card with one drawn smile.
We didn't get braver, we just couldn't leave each other behind. We didn't get braver, we just couldn't leave each other behind.
The week piles like wet laundry, tests and shifts and hearts that ache. Every you'll be okay, right? Feels like one more added weight. Juna stands alone on a river bridge with city lights below. Pay was short and rent is rising, home just called, said we're too broke. On a rooftop, Jamin's phone glows with a screenshot from his folks. Tuition transfer and a caption, this is what we've done for you. He sits right there at the edge, line feet just inches from the fall, wondering if without top rankings would they want him here at all. Down the hall of quiet office glasses. Harry paces by one door. Younger student said, you sound wise, but have you ever healed your own? She replays, you give such speeches, did you really get okay? Her reflection in the glass says, you're still stuck in that old day.
Street lights blaring to a ribbon over water under feet. Juna leans against the railing, fingers gripping rust and steel. He counts debts like stepping stones, now rent and bills, his mother's meds. Every hung, you're so reliable, rest heavy on his chest.
He's not planning some big gesture, he just wonders, what if I didn't have to keep on running, didn't have to always try? When cuts through his thin work jacket, phone stays dark inside his hand. He's not crying, just too tired, just too numb to fully stand. Then a screen lights up so softly with one simple, silly line.
Group chat name, dorm family blinking, just one message, ramen time. He stares at the tiny bubble like a hand reached through the cold. No one knows he's on a bridge now, they just felt the night grow old. He can almost see their faces in that cramped, half-clean dorm room. Someone laughing over noodles, someone asking,
young come soon. He exhales the breath he's holding, steps back from the guardrail edge, types, yeah, wait for me, I'm coming. Like it's not what saved him then. It's not thunder, not epiphany, just the thought of empty chairs. If he vanished, two cheap bowls there would stay waiting with no friend.
get braver, we just couldn't leave each other behind.
Sometimes one small glowing message pulls you back
From heavy nights,
It's not that the bridge stopped calling, it's that ramen sounded real, like a promise someone made you.
you're allowed to come and feel. We didn't get braver, we just couldn't leave each other behind. We didn't get braver, we just couldn't leave each other behind.
On the rooftop, wind is colder, makes his fingers lose their sense. He rereads his parents' message, all the sacrifice for this. He imagines all that money, all those years they say they gave, turning into chains that whisper,
You don't get to be afraid. Beside him on the concrete, there's that counseling card again. He thought he'd thrown it out last week, now it waits there like a friend.
On the front, the name and number, he's been scared to dial it all. On the back, a little drawing,
Just a smiley round and small.
he remembers Hiren's doodle, how she left her without words. No big speech or you should go now.
Just I saw, I think you're worth.
He picks up the card and holds it to the sky's dim navy blue. Says if I'm gone, the silly drawing loses someone believing too. He doesn't suddenly feel fearless,
Doesn't suddenly feel cured.
he just stands and walks downstairs instead of further
Toward the blur. In the hallway by the office, Haren's footsteps start then stop. She's been here so many evenings, tracing tiles without a knock.
Those harsh words from younger students echo,
You sound like a book,
have you actually got better?
or just learned the right soft hooks.
She remembers one old message from a friend who's gone for years,
I don't think I'll last much longer.
typed in small exhausted fear. She replied with bright emojis, then got busy, disappeared.
Now that door feels like a verdict on the friend she couldn't keep.
Hand on handle, heart is racing, she imagines walking in.
Imagines losing her position as the strong one. They all We're not okay, but we're still here.
Halfway healed and still afraid, but somehow made it through this year.
We don't have it all together, but we showed up with our fears.
If staying one more day is all we did, then that's sincere.
We're not okay, but we're still here. We're not okay, but we're still here.
On the lawn they build a backdrop, painted sky in faded blue. Hang a banner, not okay, but here above the afternoon there's a giant paper wall where anyone can post a note. Stacks of pastel sticky squares and borrowed pens in different tones. One says, I'm still learning how to finally forgive myself. One says, I passed only half my goals, but I'm still here.
What the hell?
Another reads, I didn't quit today. Small letter, shaky line. Someone drew a tiny heartbeat right beside the final line. It's not grand confessions, just these quiet, honest threads of life. Little proof that being unfinished doesn't mean you lose your right.
In a corner of the festival, at an empty classroom door, they set up a crooked table with a cardboard, hand-drawn board. Title reads, Things We Did This Year Without Fixing Everything.
Underneath,
3 simple bullet points like seeds of something new.
Juna writes, I said no once when they asked for extra shifts. First time I refused an overtime that kept stealing all my sleep. Jing posts, I failed an exam and didn't tear myself apart. Let the numbers just be numbers, didn't treat them as my heart.
Hiring pins, I went to counseling, sat down, said I'm not okay. And I told my closest friends that being strong was just a phase.
They don't claim that they're now shining or that all their scars are gone. Just that this year, step by step, they move some tiny stones along.
Later, all 3 sit together on cold stairs that face the wall. Watch the sticky notes keep fluttering when the spring wind softly calls.
They rate strangers, quiet courage written in uneven lines. Feel less lonely in their broken, less ashamed of how they cry.
June now whispers, half amazed and half afraid of what he sees.
Guess you don't need to be brilliant just to earn the right to breathe.
No one claps, there's no big spotlight, just the sound of kids who tried. Buying corn dogs, losing tickets, living lives that almost died. We're not okay, but we're still here.
Every note upon that wall says,
I survived another year.
we're not shining, we're not heroes, we're just people who didn't leave.
Sometimes I'm still breathing is the bravest thing you speak. We're not okay, but we're still here.
We're not okay, but we're still here. They decide to write as parents to the kids they really are. Turn a sticky note and whisper to themselves like from afar. As Dad Juna clears his throat and says with trembling, joking grin,
Juna, you did so much growing with no manual to begin.
no one taught you how to adult, they just threw the weight at you.
You were forced to be the oldest long before you wanted to.
Damon smiles in quiet sadness, then he reads his inner line.
Dear Damon, you're still worthy even when you're not first prize.
You can drop a greater standard without falling out of love. You don't need to earn existing by perfection from above.
Then it's Heaven's turn, her note shakes slightly in her steady hand.
Aaron, thank you for admitting you are not the endless sun.
You don't always have to listen on and fix the room alone. You deserve a place to crumble and still be the one they hold.
They laugh softly at their wording, wipe at eyes they won't call tears.
Call themselves dramatic kids,
But something looser fills the air.
it's not that their pain is over,
Not that all the storms are past, but their world feels last like trapdoors, more like roads that freedom have.
looking up they see the sunset paint the edges of the notes.
Blue-green sky and pastel paper,
Like a patchwork living boat.
every sentence says the same thing underneath a different ink.
I am not yet doing better,
But I chose to stay and think.
we're not okay, but we're still here.
And maybe that's enough for now.
Just not finishing this year.
We're still clumsy, still unfinished, still afraid of what's ahead.
But we've learned we don't need flawless to deserve this little bench.
We're not okay,
But we're still here.
we're not okay, but we're still here.